This podcast is part of the Planet Broadcasting Network.
Visit planetbroadcasting.com for more podcasts from our great mates.
G'day legends, and welcome to another episode of the Aunty Donna podcast. This is your weekly peek behind the curtain, where you can see into the minds of Aunty Donna and how we develop our characters and sketches. This week, Broden Kelly has a fun new character for us, and unfortunately, we have a heap of technical issues, but we just roll with it. Remember, if you're loving the podcast, hit up AuntyDonnaClub.com for more. Take it away, Tom.
You're listening to the Aunty Donna podcast, the greatest fucking podcast in the world. Broden, Mike, and Zach, and sometimes some guests. We hope you enjoy the motherfucking podcast.
All right, take it away, Mark. Good evening, folks. Welcome to the Aunty Donna podcast. Of course, the Aunty Donna podcast being a podcast where you get a peek behind the curtain, and sometimes even behind that curtain. Sometimes we set up multiple curtains. There is, of course, us performing on stage as the characters Mark, Zach, and Broden. Behind that curtain, there is Mark, Zach, and Broden, the real people discussing what they're going to do on the stage. And then sometimes we even get a peek behind that curtain, because that itself is a stage. The area behind the curtain. So the stage. The podcast is when you see us on YouTube. Or help
Mark,
when you
breathe,
help
breathe,
help
breathe,
when you see us on the it's an improv. Today, what we're doing is we've got a very special guest, Broden Kelly.
I like that whole bit.
Yeah, that's a good bit. We've got Broden Kelly here now. A couple weeks ago, before we got followed by Bieber, we wanted to look at character. Character is something that we do on the Aunty Donna podcast. There's been many great characters in the Aunty Donna universe. Mr. Bull, I can't think of any other good ones, but Mr. Bull, and
that's my joke.
Nazi
that's
Jim.
my joke.
that's your joke. Nazi Jim, or Nazi Bill. But today, Broden Kelly had a character that he was going to bring in. We've of course had Dangerous Dan or Dave. I can't remember what one it was. Still. Can't remember. But we've got Broden Kelly here. Now, Broden, you wanted to bring a character to perform on the podcast.
No, I don't want to bring a character. You guys said...
You had the idea for a character. You said, I've thought about this character.
No, I said... No, that's not what I said. I said, for some reason, I've been watching a lot of the country music channel.
Yeah.
And I said, maybe I could do something about that.
So that's funny that's how you remember it, because how I remember it is you came in and you said, guys, I have a perfectly realised character.
It's like you're in my head, Zach, because that's my recollection as well.
I've been developing him for 7 years at Second City. Think anything Mike Myers has done, this is how layered and perfect this character is. And we said, okay.
It was a bit more of a mid-ground for me. I remember Broden coming in actually and saying, "I've got a character.
Come in anyway. We've been on Zoom for 6 months.
I've got a bunch of ideas for this character. They're not fully formed. I'd like to try and form them on the podcast, but I'm not coming in with nothing. I'm not coming in with I've been doing a bit of this, and that could be a character."
It's just so funny because I remember Broden came in and he said, "Worms, get ready for the greatest character of all time. I'm willing to hedge my bets on this character. And I bet you $1 million he's really good."
Broden, would you like to, you have the floor.
You can
The
talk
Senate
to
would like to hear what you have
our
to say.
setup, or you can jump straight in.
G'day, I'm Rusty Sheep Stations. I'm a country music singer from Toowoomba.
Where's Toowoomba?
Toowoomba's out back, hop, skip and a jump, mate, from where you are, the big smoke. We like it real different out here. We're rolling and drinking some beers, and we like to salute the troops.
So he's going straight into a song there. Good work, Broden. I thought that was funny.
My name's not Broden.
Oh, sorry.
Rusty Sheep Stations.
Right. Of course. Rusty Sheep Stations. Now you are. Now you just jumped right in there, which we really appreciate here on the Aunty Donna podcast. We really like characters.
Well,
that
thank you
just-
so much. We're just simple people from out back. We get forgotten a lot in the big smoke press. We play our own music, we tour around, we rock it like nobody else.
Okay.
Rusty, do you know? So Nicole Kidman's husband is Australian. I can't.
Old
Keith
mate
Urban.
Keith.
Yeah,
He's
Keith
my
Urban.
buddy Keith.
Yeah, he was just a gigging Australian country music star, and then he went to Nashville and became really famous and married Nicole Kidman. Do you know him? Did you know him before he became big and famous?
Oh, I know, good old-fashioned Keith. We used to call him chicken shit.
Okay.
We called him chicken shit back in
my
when we were
God.
playing. He was hired to a knee to a grasshopper. Oh, my mate, Rusty Sheep Station.
So you've known Keith Urban since he was a child.
Yeah, since he was 22.
And how old are you? How old are
I'm
you?
22.
You're 22. You've known Keith since he was 22.
Yeah, I've
Keith
known him
is
since he was 22.
How old now?
So we're just gonna fact check that one there. So I'm so sorry.
Keith Urban is. Let's have a look at his birthday. Born
Keith
in
Urban's in his
1967.
Yeah, so
In 1967, he was born.
Oh, who knows how old he is? All that matters, I've known him from way back.
Well, he's 53, I think.
52,
Is that 52?
52.
Sorry, 52. Yeah, he hasn't had his birthday yet. It is coming up. He'll probably be 53 by the time this comes out. So you're 22, which means you were
do
born
things
in.
a little bit different out
Which means
here.
you were born in 1998, and you've known Keith Urban since he was 22. So he would have been 22 in 1989.
No, Mark, here's your big smoke problem. I'm talking in country years. I'm 22 country years old. That's
Okay.
2 years to 1 year.
So you're 44.
you're 44.
Yes.
So you knew Keith Urban when he was 22 country years. So you knew him when he was.
I knew him
44.
since he was young.
So yeah, God, that means if Keith.
So you've
Urban
known him
is-
about eight years, maybe? Oh, sorry, I'm not great with the maths. 44. Yeah, so about 8 or 9 years. So he was already quite established in Nashville at the time.
Yeah, I met
Rusty.
him at one of them rock and roll country concerts where you put your boots real high, your beer real cold, and you sing it all out on the damn road. Getting on
Got
back.
another song there. That's great,
Getting
bro.
on back with a boot cut jeans, and we're loving that singing and rocking and him.
And what was the name of that concert that you met Keith Urban at?
I couldn't remember which one. I think it was.
Oh, that holds well. That holds up well.
It was around 2011, 2012, if that helps jog your memory, man.
I think it was called. I think we played the Cooper's Pale Ale Sunsets Over Canopy Festival.
In
Right,
America.
Can you just Google that? Could you just Google that for us?
In
Where was that
America.
at, mate?
It's funny because I don't know if there's many American country music festivals sponsored by an Australian beer
recall.
brand. Cooper's? Once again.
It was in Australia.
Once again,
It was
Broden.
in Australia.
Oh, it was in Australia. Broden, what was the name of that?
It's not Broden, man. It's,
Broden's just doing such a great job. I just want to
I'll
acknowledge
do a
it.
Rusty.
Cooper's.
Rusty.
Sheep Station's my name.
Yeah, and the name
I'm
of
gonna
that,
give him. I'm gonna assume he's
Ah.
maybe misremembered the name of the festival a little bit. So if it's a Cooper's festival in Australia,
Yeah, Sunsets Over
search
Canopy.
Cooper's Country Music.
It was up in the forest.
okay, which
Country
forest?
Music Festival.
Oh, I was touring.
Okay, so you didn't.
Did a bunch
so
of
there
different
is- there is a-
festivals.
there's
We
a-
did one up at Kakadu.
So what he may be referring to is Cooper's Run, which was a fundraiser for the Egmont
That's what it
Country
was.
Music Festival.
Yeah, I met him there.
Yeah, that was in 2019.
But no, it's just we did it.
So there's been
in
one.
2011.
Because it was a fundraiser for the music festival that's happening in 2020. And you can contact Lynn Crawford if you needed any details.
Nah,
about that.
it's because that was not the first time we did that festival. We did it in 2011.
Yeah,
The
no, it's definitely the only one
Coopers
that's happened.
Sunset Over Canopy fundraiser for the 2020 show. And Keith, he loved rocking on his guitar. I said, one day you're gonna meet that special lady, and that's when I wrote this song. My blue healer, I love him so much with my cold beer and my boots so tight. Getting on the road isn't simple to do, but we make it work out here.
That lyric, getting on a road ain't simple to do. Just break that down for me. It's interesting because...
Well, sometimes it's hard to get on the road. You got kids back home, you had a fight with the lady, or work's just not paying you right. But sometimes you gotta get on that road, get into town.
Lyrically, your work is very interesting. And you write a lot about the country, as is my understanding.
Absolutely. I'm a country-born boy.
Yeah. Song names. Let's go.
Song names.
Let's go.
You got a bit
You
of
want
it
to
seems
hear
like you
my
got a bit of
songs?
a cross to bear there, mate.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 20 song names. Let's go.
Ain't no problem for me. I got that many songs in my boots. Which reminds me of my favourite song. I got so many songs in my boots.
Okay, that's one.
Number 2. Pups had a litter.
Pups had a litter.
That's a great name for a country song.
That's about my beautiful bitch, Red Healer. She had six pups. Had to put down 2.
Can I jump in here? I love this list, but just to mix it up from the Dangerous Dan podcast, I would
I
also
know
love.
nothing about that.
I would love to.
I don't think people should hold grudges. That's my favourite song. My favourite song, Don't Look Back in Anger.
Let's
That's
go.
the song I wrote.
Don't Look Back in Anger by Oasis.
Yeah, I wrote that.
Okay.
No, I wrote that.
Did you write it for Oasis? Or is that a cover? Is the Oasis
I don't
track?
know who this Oasis is.
Did
No,
they
that's
cover your
that's
song?
such a far-fetched idea that you wrote. Don't Look Back in Anger and don't know who Oasis is. I'd buy it a little bit more if they covered your song. Maybe
Okay,
we're
I
not
know who they
familiar.
are.
Right, okay.
I know who they are, but I haven't heard the song.
This is very
I just
well
want to just
developed.
jump in here. So you're 44 years old.
No, I'm 22. I talk country.
22
Thank you very
country
much.
years, absolutely. So 22 country years, which equals 44, we've established. Now, Don't Look Back in Anger was written in, or was released...
What? No, I'm going to take a guess. 93, 94?
It was the early 90s, so... no, that
For
that
people
doesn't-
who hold me account, you seem to not have much of the facts.
Oh, no, absolutely. I'm not a fan of all of these things. I would just expect you to know those things. So it was 1995.
Oh, 95.
So that holds up. You're 44, maybe early career. You wrote that song. Could you
I
give
wrote
us-
that song.
Could you give us a little taste of it, the original, the way you sing it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know the lyrics. It's one of your most famous songs.
Yeah.
You wrote
Yeah.
it, of course. So it's one of those things. It's like riding a bike. You never forget something that like
Yeah, I
that.
got it. Slip inside, I am on. Don't know what you might find. A better place to stay, said that you've never been. But all things that you've seen slowly fade away. Boom, boom, boom. And so sadly can't wait. She knows it's too late as we're walking on by. Her soul slides away. But don't look back in anger. I heard you say ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-ba-dum-bum.
That was so good. We're gonna cut. We're gonna.
I
cut
can tell you liked it.
No, we absolutely. I did. We're gonna cut to an ad now. I just heard my alarm go off, so I believe I did get a package delivered. We are in lockdown, and everything I've bought in retail is a package. I'm gonna slip away, Mark. I'd love for you to continue this questioning.
You're just going.
I am gonna leave. I was gonna give you the heads up on this, but I completely forgot to do that. So we're gonna cut to an ad, and I'm gonna come back. And I know this is bye.
Bye. Okay. Oh no. All right.
What's wrong there, man?
Nothing. I am.
You remind me of when I was a squirrel high to a grasshopper, and that's when I wrote this song,
Okay.
Young Blood. You want me to sing it?
Well, I mean, what else were you? What were you telling me?
I ain't no singing monkey.
All right. Well, look, you don't have to sing anything if you don't want to. I would love to know a little bit about your backstory. You say you're from Toowoomba. Did you grow up there? What were your parents like? Do you know Steely Dan? Those kinds of things.
Which question do you want me to ask? Answer.
Where did you grow up? What school did you
Toowoomba.
go to? How many different instruments have you always been a guitar man?
I tell you, when I was 14 years old or 7 in country years, I was out the bush and I found a little steel guitar. That's when I thought, I'm going to write a song. And that's when I wrote Yellow Submarine.
You wrote Yellow Submarine?
Yep.
Okay, so Yellow Submarine is thought to have been written by Lennon McCartney from the Beatles.
It was written, I believe, by Ringo. I'm back, by the way. It's written by Ringo.
Oh, hey.
That was always
maybe-
my
No, written by
impression.
Rusty Sheep Stations.
Definitely sung by Ringo. The songwriters are Lennon McCartney, so you can fucking cop that one.
Lennon McCartney Sheep Stations.
But it is sung primarily by Ringo, and I believe that song came out in 1966.
Which is actually, if you look at it in a way, it's 900. Wait, what's half of nine? What's half of 1966?
I don't know, Broden.
I'm not Brian. I'm Rusty Sheep Station.
Sorry, it's just you're doing such a great job. It's important for me to acknowledge.
Oh, that came out in 983. Country years.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, country years. 1966 was 983.
All right. Let's hear it. Let's hear your version
you're
of
getting
it.
on the crop in town, and the people come around for the bush ride town, and getting on the back
No.
with the dog in the truck and pulling up for a boost scoot tan. Hey boy, we'll get it all back. Hey, we got building. Oh, say it right on back. You get a little yellow submarine down back. Don't tap.
1 second. I just need to take a call. Hello,
Hello.
Zach. Zach.
Is it Mark?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's Zach. Hey man, how are you?
I'm good.
My computer's not working any so good.
Wait.
I'm really sorry, man, but I just thought it was important to call and just let you know that I'm working on that. The package thing and this, it's not great. It's not great. It's not very professional. I'm really sorry.
What?
What's going on there, Mark?
Keep it afloat.
I'm doing the best I can, Broden. We're just.
Can you explain to that guy that he's supposed to be the straight man in this episode,
Yes.
keep the ship
And
on course?
And he was
if
calling
he-
me. And often we do this in the Aunty Donna podcast. Often someone will call someone on their phone and we'll do a bit. And I'm like, my thought when I saw my phone ringing, it was Zach Ruane. I was like, what an interesting bit that he's doing. Usually we do this on sort of a call-in show type scenario. He's called me. I was like, this is going to be very interesting. And he's just dropped out of the Zoom completely. Zach, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here on the phone, Mark. So what's happened is there's been sort of some technical issues.
Tell him that the
internet
bush
stopped
ship station
working.
man's still here.
My computer's sort of stopped working. Everything's kind of gone to shit, which is sort of the nature of things. But I just need you. What I need you to do is kind of keep the mood up. Just embrace the fact that this is happening. You and Broden, you guys have got a good energy. If you can just keep that energy rolling, I'm going to work on this.
Tell him
internet.
out in the
problem. When I
country
come
we
back,
make things
it's like
work.
It didn't even happen.
Okay, so what? All right, so the what's happening at the moment is Broden will often just be speaking over the top of you. You can't hear him, and I have to try and listen to both.
You tell him that out in the country we make things work.
Okay, so out in the country, Rusty Jim wants you to know that.
No, Rusty Sheep
Rusty
Stations.
Sheep Stations wants you to know that out in the country, we make things work. Now, I believe that is a bit of a...
Things are simpler out here.
Things are simpler out in the country. That's
Which is
from-
one of my favourite song I
Which
wrote.
is-
Things are simpler out here.
His favourite song he ever wrote is Things Are Simpler Out Here, Zach. Now, he's saying this all to me. I'm not making this up. I have to relay it to you because you can't hear him. Zach,
I can hear him.
but he can hear you.
So that's great. And I just want to say to Rusty, I think you're a really great character. You've really been bringing it. I really love what you're doing, man.
Zach
I'm
wants
so
you to-
sorry about my... What's that, sorry?
I've just got to relay that to Rusty.
Well, I think Rusty can hear me, can't he?
What's he saying, Mark?
So he's saying, wait. All right, I think Zach's coming back. He's saying Rusty can hear him.
Who are you talking to, Mark?
Rusty, I'm talking to you, Rusty. Rusty, can you hear Zach?
I can hear so many things in the morning. Wake up, hear them galahs coming
He
over
loves the
top.
galahs. He's from the country. He's got a Rusty Sheep station.
I'm gonna go, Mark.
No.
I'm gonna
I
fix
don't-
my internet. I'm gonna come in, and it's like it didn't even happen.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like super positive, super upbeat.
Tell
You just
him-
keep it afloat with Rusty.
Yeah.
Until
Tell
I
him
get
all
my
I need in my
internet
life
working,
is my
but I
dog
will
on
bring
the-
a positive
trunk.
energy.
If you
Tell
can,
him-
Rusty,
Sorry about
if
that.
you can hear Zach, you're being proper fucked.
Tell him that all I need in life is my
Bye.
pickup truck.
All Rusty needs in his life is his pickup truck.
Where'd he go?
He hung up.
That's why I go with Telstra in the Outback.
Are you with
need
you're
that?
with Telstra? You got one of those phones with the big antenna?
Yeah, I put it on my front so I can go out pig shooting. And then you come back in, have a beer, and that's all life's about.
And we're joined now by Zach Ruane on Zoom. And he's calling again, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
You tell him
I'm
you're supposed
keeping
to
the
run
energy
this
up. I'm
podcast.
keeping the energy up. I'm keeping the energy up. Now, Rusty.
Yes. Hello.
No, you're not Rusty. Rusty.
Hello.
If you can hear Zach,
Hello.
I am happy to be the conduit between yourself and Zach. If that's my role, if that's my lot in life, if that's what I have to do to make this podcast work, I will do it. I've established earlier in earlier episodes, my needs always come second.
You know my favorite song I ever wrote?
I just need 2 minutes to just sort out this issue, leave the Zoom call,
Yeah.
work out what's going on. Because if I'm here doing this, I can't be funny, man.
Tell him that my favorite
What,
song
Zach?
I ever wrote.
Come on, I can be funny.
I'm
Hey,
going to go, Zach,
Mark.
when I go beep,
Mark.
you stop talking. When I go beep,
Mark.
beep, you start talking.
Hey,
Rusty,
Mark.
you have to respect the beeps, okay? I go beep, Zach stops talking, then you're
Mark.
allowed to talk. In between the one beep and the two beeps, that is your cue to talk, Rusty, okay?
Mark, one time our top loader stopped working and we lost all that barley sugar.
Zach,
And I tell you what, that year,
just
tell him,
Rusty is just talking about how he lost his barley sugar.
and the top loader conked out.
Barley sugar.
But he lost some and a top loader. Something about a top loader. I'm not following it. He's not respecting the beep system. So remember,
Tell him the top loader blew up and we had to get into town and make it work.
The top-
You gotta make things work sometimes, even when the weather's bad.
Rusty is insistent.
We've had a
that-
few dry years.
Rusty is insistent that
Dry
even-
years are hard years.
Rusty, I'm gonna fucking cut your throat and fuck the wound. I need you. I need you to fucking chill. All right, Zach.
That's the most upsetting
I have
thing
got
I've
a
ever heard.
system, and I have not been allowed to implement it.
Okay.
Shut
Hey,
up.
Mark, I can call you back on Zoom maybe, and that would be better once I've worked out what the problem is.
Can we just give the beep system?
Tell Zach. Tell Zach.
Rusty! Rusty!
Tell Zach that a dry year's a hard year.
A dry year is a hard year, Zach.
Well, that would be a hard year. I grew up.
Are you a farmer or a country music star?
Oh, well, you're a bit of both when you work out country.
Music, Mark.
I can't have you both talking at the same time. Beep,
Both said the same thing.
beep,
Country.
Beep.
Beep.
Is that
Beep.
Is that a double beep?
Beep.
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 What's going on?
No, you don't beep. I beep, Zach stops talking.
Beep.
Rusty talks. When I
Rusty
beep,
talks.
Rusty stops talking, Zach talks again. You're all just
Hey,
talking
where's
over
Zach
the top
gone?
of me. I have a system. Beep.
I wanted to leave and come back, man. Wait, who talks now?
I've done a single beep. That means you stop talking, Zach. Rusty,
Okay, sure.
that is your cue to talk.
All right.
Upon the performance of a beep beep, Rusty stops
A
talking.
dry year's a hard year.
Beep beep.
Okay, absolutely. So that means now that I.
What does that mean,
That
Mark?
means Rusty,
Problem is I
shut
don't
up.
know what Rusty has said. I don't know what Rusty said, Mark.
Rusty's is still continuing
Tell
to talk
him-
over the top of you.
tell him
Things are a little
that-
simpler in the country.
Yeah. We just love you got to support the local pub.
Zach, do you support the... Oh, fuck. Beep beep. No, yes. Zach,
Beep.
No, stop beeping, Rusty. He can't hear you beep. You beeping only affects me and my mental health. And I need you to stop. Beep.
Mark, I'm really
Beep, 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 beep.
Beep. Mark, it's really hard to be funny,
Beep.
man, when I can't. I think it would be a better system for just you and Rusty to get a rhythm, because I can't hear Rusty.
Well, then hang up. I've got you on the phone. You're not on the Zoom, Zach. You've dropped out twice. I'm trying to keep the energy up. I'm trying to keep... This is all falling onto my shoulders.
Okay, I respect that, man, and I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm chill. I'm chill.
Beep.
No, stop. He beeped again, and it means nothing. It means nothing. It has no effect on Zach, you beeping, Rusty.
Mark?
Yes.
Can you ask Rusty if he ever performed at Churchill Saloon Bar? That was my local when I was younger.
He can hear you. So you just can talk directly to Rusty.
Rusty, did
Yeah?
you ever perform at Churchill Saloon Bar? That was my local growing up. It was next to a noodle box.
All right, Mark, I want you to relay everything I'm saying to Zachy boy. Is that clear?
Yes, I'm going to relay. I think the beep system we can let go of if we're just...
Beep.
If we're clear, he beeped again, Zach. He beeped.
Do you need me? Does that mean I need to talk now?
No, because you can't hear his beeps. So we're going to ignore that the beep system ever existed, and we're just going to be kind to one another, all right? And we're just going to be generous.
Beep, beep.
There was a double beep there. Again, you
That's
couldn't
not,
hear
hey,
that.
Mark, I'm not doing any communication. That's just one of my favorite songs.
Zach,
Beep,
stop.
beep.
No, all right, so we need the beep,
Beep,
system.
beep.
It's clear to me that we
Beep,
need the
beep.
beep system because Zach is just talking, and he doesn't know that you're also talking, Rusty.
When you know what a road train is, Mark?
Talking because I need to ask him a question.
Stop.
Do you know what a road train is?
I know what a road train is. Zach, that
Road.
was from Rusty. Road, beep. That means Zach stops talking. Rusty, this is your platform to talk. When there's a beep beep, Zach, you're allowed to talk again. That wasn't a beep beep. I'm bringing the beep system
Was that
back
a
in.
beep beep
The
there?
kindness
Because
thing
you
wasn't
said beep
working
beep twice.
because you're both being cunts. The kindness thing wasn't working. You're both being cunts. Zach, I know you're having technical issues. I understand that that's coming from you. I'm about to perform a beep.
But there's an issue there, Mark. One of my biggest songs is a road train song, which I call Beep Beep.
Zach-
When you're driving past the
singing
road
a
train
song,
on a Western
What's that?
Princess Freeway.
He's singing
you
a
gotta
song.
Pull that beep beep song,
Mark,
get that
can you
truck
ask him
going
what
Beep,
on.
beep,
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 from
beep.
Rusty, man?
Gotta beep
No,
beep
no,
that
no,
old
no, no, no.
road
Everyone
train.
stop.
Gotta beep beep road train down.
This is descended.
Beep beep on
It's
that
chaos.
road train. We gotta beep all
Zach.
time. Bringing it.
Is there any way you can get back on the Zoom?
I would love to get back on the Zoom, but I've spent most of this time trying to performatively be funny, and it's slowed my Zoom process down.
You tell
But I can't get
Zachary.
back
I'll
on
tell
the
him
Zoom.
about Churchill Pub.
Give me a minute.
I think there's potentially something in me stepping away for a second, having a breather, and letting you
Before you do that,
and Rusty
Mark,
talk to each other. Now,
Mark.
Yep.
you
This is
tell
Rusty's
Zach
talking, Zach. 1 second. Beep, beep.
that I may have performed at the Churchill
Okay, sure,
Pub.
I'm happy to
You
talk now.
relay,
Stop talking, Zach.
No,
relay
beep,
everything
I can
I'm
talk.
saying.
Zach, it doesn't work. It's just going to sound... No one's going to be able to make out what you're saying. Rusty, I understand you've got a bit that you want to do. Zach,
Ain't no bits where I'm from.
beep,
man.
beep, beep, beep.
So that means I can talk now. And what I'd like
Oh,
to say is
fine,
Rusty-
beep. Sorry,
Rusty
beep.
do his bit.
Just beep.
What?
Just beep.
Beep.
Just beep. Okay.
Now you relay everything I'm about to say. I've been there in so many pubs in Australia. I put
Young
my
up.
guitar.
He hung up. Zach hung up.
Is he mad?
I don't know. I don't know if he's mad, but he hung up. Maybe maybe his phone reception dropped out. You were not being... He's calling... I'm getting a call. Hello?
Hey, it's Rusty Chips.
Why are you calling me? Why are you calling me? We're on the Zoom together.
I'm just telling you, I've been out back on the road train many a time. Hey, Zach, I'm getting a call. Oh, I'm getting a call. Hello?
What's this? Where is that hot weight music coming from?
What the hell's going on? I don't know this big fancy city stuff. 1 second, I'm getting another call here. 1 second. Hello?
4, 8.
Oh.
This is the ideal solution. Rusty, you call Zach. That way, Rusty can hear you. You can hear Zach.
I don't have his number. Why would I have his number? Can you read me out his number?
No.
Oh, hang on, I'm getting a call. Hope it's not some scammer.
Answer the phone.
Hello?
Hello, Rusty.
Hey, who is this now? Is that Keith?
No, it's not Keith Urban, Rusty. Rusty, this is Zachary Ruane. I hope you don't mind. I got your personal phone number from your agent.
Oh, you got it from Sally?
Yes, from Sally. I just wanted to call you to let you know I've been having some technical issues with the Zoom.
I know, Mark told me about it.
So Mark told you about it?
Yeah, man.
That has been the vast majority of this podcast.
Mark's saying it's been the vast majority of the podcast.
Zach can't hear me. Fuck, I didn't think of that.
It's been the vast majority.
Mark's upset because you can't hear him.
I didn't realise. I thought this would be the best.
I was thinking we could develop some sort of beep system. Mark mentioned you were doing some beeps.
Hang on, I got an idea.
The
Why don't you
beep
two
system
sit up?
doesn't work.
I'm going to use a bit of old-fashioned...
What's that, sorry?
I'm going to add a bit of old-fashioned country ingenuity, like we learned. All right, let's see if I can get a group call going. That's what we do out in the country.
Most podcasts would have just stopped. All right.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, Mark. It's Zach here. How are you, man?
Should I? I'm good. How are you?
Good. I think Rusty may have forwarded me on to you.
No, I think we're all on a group call.
Rusty, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, this is good. This is.
It's not ideal. It's not ideal.
What would have been better is a slight pause while I worked out the technical issues, but thought I might just try this for a bit.
I guess we're time poor. I can't think of another podcast in existence that wouldn't have gone, let's just stop for a moment and fix this.
Do you need to mute your microphone potentially?
On Zoom?
Yeah, no, on the you have muted yourself.
I just did it then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still hear an echo of me. I don't know if that's just in my phone.
Maybe just mute your computer as well.
Yeah, how about now?
How's that?
That's better.
So here's my concern, here's my worry, that the bulk of that podcast I couldn't hear at least one of the people. So I worry that maybe some of the important comedic rhythms of the Aunty Donna podcast maybe were compromised.
No, there's no maybe about it. It was fucked. It was fucked, Zach.
Completely crashed. It's still fixing itself. So
Yeah, I tell you boys something though. You gotta make it work when the rain's just done falling. You gotta make it work when the rain's on falling. Everybody knows that the rains are falling down.
I'm calling it. I want to thank everyone. I'm calling the podcast. I'm calling
Rusty, would you like to come back another time? Maybe when all the technical issues are a little more worked out, that sort of thing.
Oh, I think I've said everything I need to say.
Yeah. Do you have a Patreon or anything?
Yep, you can go to the Rusty Sheep Stations Club. We get in there you get little songs.
Get little songs.
Yeah, little songs.
Yeah.
I just want to say, guys, thanks so much for, the parcel delivery was completely on me, but when those technical issues sort of happened, you guys really kept it afloat and you kept it driving, and I really appreciate that. And I do apologise with my laptop and whatnot, but thanks so much for keeping it afloat and keeping it going.
I want to know. There's a couple things I want to know, Zach. One, do you think your audio file is safe?
Well, most of what I did, Mark, and I'd love to keep all this in the podcast. I'm glad you're asking me now. Most of what I was doing during that, the reason why I wasn't really bringing it was because I was making sure my audio file was safe. Yeah, so
And the result of that was?
And yeah, no, the audio file is I'm 80% sure safe. Yeah.
All right, I'm calling this. I'm calling the pod.
Yeah.
I think it's been great.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been solid.
I'm Rusty Sheep Stations.
Yeah, we know, Rusty. You're making little songs on Patreon.
Right,
We know.
Would you like to close us out with a performance of your hit song Yellow Submarine?
Yeah, I did that already.
You already did that. See, how am I meant to...
He doesn't know. Zach didn't catch that. He was on the phone. He did do it. It was very different. Different lyrics, different tunes.
Yellow Submarine, Mark? You're talking about...
I was doing my best with the beat system. And neither of you respected it.
Well, I couldn't hear him. I didn't know that he was doing that, Mark. I'm sorry, man.
It's not on you, but you did disrespect the beat system.
That's absolutely
I hope Justin Bieber doesn't listen to this one.
No, this is a bad podcast. This is a bad one.
Maybe we'll just call this one Unlistenable Podcast number 1. Like it's
Number
the first
one.
genuinely.
You clearly didn't listen to 25 through 60, huh?
Right, okay, so that's fair. I'm calling it. Look, it's been so much fun having you both on the podcast. Thank you, Zach, for calling in, and thank you, Broden, for your wonderful character, Rusty Sheep Station. It was enlightening, and I love that the kind of podcast that we bring to the world is one that, regardless of technical issue, we do not stop. We do not stop. And that is one of a kind.
It's both our advantage and our curse.
Yeah, sometimes your greatest strength is your greatest weakness.
Yeah, absolutely. Rusty, thank you so much, and Broden, thanks for a wonderful character.
Yeah, thanks to Rusty for being a great character, and thanks to Broden for performing the character.
Hey, you're welcome. We're happy to be here. I'm going to hang up on you now and keep doing the podcast.
Yeah, no,
I'm calling the...
Hey, everybody. This is the Rusty Sheep Station podcast.
You have to unmute yourself, Broden. I can't hear you. Broden, I can't hear you.
Hey, everybody. It's the Rusty Sheep Station podcast. You gotta get on down to the shops and get yourself a charcoal chicken. You gotta get yourself a charcoal chicken if you wanna make a sandwich tomorrow for lunch. You gotta get that charcoal chicken and bring it home for lunch. And why don't you get a little bread and put that chicken in a sandwich?
I've stopped recording.
Put that chicken in the sandwich. Put that chicken in the sandwich. Both other boys have left the podcast, but I'm still doing it. Still doing a podcast, yeah. Alright, I'll stop now too. Thank you.
You've been listening to the Aunty Donna podcast. Thanks for joining us for another RIP episode brought to you by AuntyDonnaClub.com. See you next week.
This podcast is part of the Planet Broadcasting Network.
Visit planetbroadcasting.com for more podcasts from our great mates. I mean, if you want. It's up to you.